Hey everybody, I've got your market update here as we're looking back at our month in August as we're sitting here in September. So maybe you're like me, you've been enjoying September, you've been just trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Last week I was able to do a really fun thing, first thing inspired by my wife and my niece. I ran a half marathon. So I'm still alive here, just barely, but made it. And it was a really cool experience. So just trying something new, something that I've never done before, and didn't know that if I would be able to do it. In fact, those last 3 kilometers were really, really challenging for me, but I just knew that I had to do it because I wanted to be able to tell the story that I accomplished something that I've never done, and a few months ago, never thought I would be able to do. So just a cool little tidbit heading here into the fall. And as we're looking at things with our real estate market, we're seeing things change a little bit. So what we've got is we've got the market numbers for August of last month, and we're going to take a peek at those, and I'll show you some of those, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that as we're reviewing it, and then hopefully give you some insight into what you're going to look to for the rest of this year. So we've got a few more months left in this market. What we find is that our market does fall along with the weather. When things get warmer, the market gets warmer. We get a little bit of a dip there kind of in August to early September, and then mid-September on till about early to mid-December is when we've got a strong market still. So you might be thinking, should I list my home still? Should I sell it this year or just wait until next year? For you, if you're thinking about that, you've got the ability to get on the market soon, your place is ready, there's still an opportunity, there's still a good chance here of selling your home and catching a good market for up here early in the next few weeks to a month or so. And then if not, you've got some work to do, it's going to take you maybe a month or two to get your place ready, then you might want to look at being prepared for that early spring market. And for us, we think spring in Edmonton, St. Albert area, thinking maybe spring is like March, April, but for the real estate market, last year our spring market hit in February. And so you want to be ready for that if you're thinking about getting prepared. And if you need help getting prepared, reach out to me. We've got a great list of trusted trades that can help you along. And then I can even come by and help you out. Make sure that you're doing the right things. It's going to add value to your home when it comes time to sell. Now, let's take a peek at our market numbers for this last month and what that's projecting for us moving forward. If we're looking at our prices here and we're looking at our sales, so our sales numbers, we've seen 2,250 sales last month, and that's down almost 3%, 2.9% from the month previous, but up 20%, 21% from the year before. So we're seeing a little bit of a decline here in our sales, and then our inventory was at 6,770. So that's how many homes we have for sale. Then we had those 2,250 sales. We divide all that gives us 3 months of inventory, and that means 3 months to take up all of that inventory at our current sales numbers from August. When we look at our single family detached price, it just trickled down a little bit. So it came down to $495,000. That's down 1.4% month over month from $500,000 the month before. And we're up 2% year over year. So we're continuing to see, as you'll see throughout the rest of these numbers, a little bit of a decrease in our numbers when we're looking at our different property types over month. So again, we go to semi-detached properties, those duplexes and things. Those are at $373,000, down from $383,000 the month before, and up 4% year over year. Our row houses, those townhomes, those are at $253,000. Again, down 4% month over month and up 3% year over year. So a month over month trajectory, seeing some decline, some softening in that month of August, which is pretty common. And then our condos, they're relatively stable. We're sitting at $193,000. The month prior in July was $195,000. We're also seeing our days on market. Those are at 45 days on market. So it's taking about a month and a half to sell the average property, if it's priced well and it sells. And that doesn't take into account homes that are on the market and do not sell and they expire. So these are just the properties that sell, and we know that from history we're looking at about 50% of the homes that are listed end up selling. So that means everyone that's putting their home for sale, about half of them actually don't end up selling their home. We want to make sure our clients get better numbers than that. If you're putting your house for sale, you're going to get it sold, and we're going to give you accurate advice to help you guide you all the way through that portion. Another interesting tidbit as we're looking at things, if we're going to drill down a little bit deeper into that St. Albert real estate market, so that sub-market here of this greater Edmonton area market, the St. Albert sub-market, if we're looking at the single family detached prices, if we look back into August, the single family detached price was $556,000. So a little bit more than what we're seeing in the city of Edmonton. With that, with those single family numbers in August, we saw 61 sold properties. And so going back to July, our single family detached price was $517. So we saw a big jump there from July to August, and depending on the property types that sell. And we saw 76 sales. So we did see the sales drop off in August, but we saw the prices increase. And then just for information, I looked and saw what was happening month to date here in September. In September in St. Albert, our average single family price is $577,000, and we've seen 48 sales. So again, not a ton of sales. So the sales have been trickling in, not with a real fervency that we saw earlier in the year, but we do have 48 sales, and we see that single family price bumping up to that $577,000. So what is this pointing forward for the rest of this year? I think we're going to see things similar. I think it's going to remain relatively stable. We've seen price changes. We've seen interest rate changes. We've seen those things come and have an impact on our market. And I think as we move forward, it's going to continue a lot similar to what we're seeing. I don't think we're going to see any big jumps unless something crazy happens that we don't really know about. But I think it's going to be pretty steady all the way through till Christmas. And then next year, I think is going to have some energy to it as people are getting settled. Maybe we start to see things change potentially with interest rates, or at least some hints with that. And maybe that's going to give us a better boost then. But I think for the rest of this year, we're going to see strength and stability. I think that's the plan as we move forward. So hopefully this information is helpful for you. And maybe you're thinking about this and you're like, I don't really know what to do. Should I sell my home? Should I buy a home? Should I move to the St. Albert or Edmonton area? Those are great conversations I'd love to have with you. You can reach out to me, send me a message, and we can get connected. We'll get you all set up. We can set you up on a search. We can have a conversation. We can do a walkthrough of your property, make sure you're doing the right things to maximize your value there. And so you just reach out to me. We love to do that. Anything else, just let me know. We'd love to help serve you. You can subscribe, you can follow, and get notifications of other updates that we're doing. So thank you so much, my friends, for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.